about heading into this week's cross country championship?
Well, it's different every year, as I say, every year. And this year we happen to be the favorite on the men's side, so that adds a little different flavor to it. But no matter what, we're at the point in the season where the work is done. We're basically ready just to get to it. We would leave today were it not for classes. So I'm all yours.
First of all, everybody healthy?
Yes, sir. Everybody's healthy. Everybody who's been healthy lately is healthy now. Yeah.
The weather forecast looks like rain. Based on what you've seen of the weather forecast, how will it compare to their last year and also pre-net?
Yeah, the last forecast I saw was that it would be 40 degrees and a little breezy and rain all day. And I wouldn't say that's average cross-country weather, but it's normal cross-country weather. To expect 50 degrees and sunshine and no breeze would be abnormal. So it'll be uncomfortable, and that's good. We like it that way.
You've been through this quite a few times now. What generally are your biggest concerns at this stage of the thing?
With 4 days to go, what are my concerns? Food poisoning. That we have a plan for the race and it doesn't get followed. So I'd say those are the two big ones.
How often does that happen?
Yeah, honestly, I mentioned food poisoning and people chuckled, but we've had that happen. Not at the NCAA championship, but we went to the regionals one year where we got some bad manicotti or something the night before and had 3 out of 7 in big trouble race day. So, yeah, that can be a problem. And then the NCAA Cross Country Championships is a very big race. It's all good runners, and it's quite chaotic and quite surreal, and it's a place where mistakes are made. And so my task and Coach Burrow's task is to keep them on task and stick to the plan amid the chaos.
Mark, as a cross-country coach, would you rather have a superstar, because you've been quoted before that you don't really have a superstar, or would you rather have the depth that you have? Which would you rather have?
At the front of the race, the difference between a 10-second difference might only be 1 point, the difference between the winner and second place. In the belly of the beast, though, 10 seconds can be 20 points. So if I had to have a great fifth runner or a great first runner, I'd always rather have a great fifth runner. It's fun to have a contender, somebody up front who might win it. We've had our share of those. I don't think we're done having our share of those. But this year on the men's and women's side, we're probably going to get our work done at third and fourth and fifth.
Mark, if I'm not overstating or oversimplifying your race tactics traditionally, I think you tend to run as a pack, and you tend to sort of let other people go out and take the lead and then kind of try to run them down. If that's an accurate description, how did that develop? Why does that work? Would you coach that way if you were a C-level school, or is it something that works especially to your benefit because your runners are altitude trained? Where did the Wetmore strategy come from?
Yeah, I'm afraid to say that I don't believe there's a Wetmore strategy. There are race days that benefit the patient, and there are race days that benefit the bold. This particular team, this men's team, tends to be a front-running team. Now, you mentioned running as a pack, and they've done that all season. If you looked at any one of their 4 races, you could throw a blanket over the top 5 or 6 men almost any point in the race. That is more a factor of them just being very even in their abilities and their preparation. We have run from behind on purpose in the past. This team, honestly, this team has taught me that that's not always the best tactic. And I probably won't give this group a big speech about how to get it done, particularly the men. The women, it's 7 very different individual women, and Coach Burrows and I'll talk to each of them eyeball to eyeball, and they'll each have an individual plan. The men are more experienced, and they kind of know what they're doing.
Okay, so then in the past, when you runners ran from behind, what was the reason for that? Ran from the back?
Yeah, the reason, sometimes it's due to the demonstrated disposition of your opponents. If an opposing team is well known for front running and pulling the race out very fast, it might make sense for us to wait. Sometimes it's due to the conditions. Again, if it's an absolutely perfect day, you hinted on this, as an elevation-trained team, we're a little behind in our neuromuscular preparation. And so if it's a perfect day on a great course, again, we have to be pretty careful and cagey.
Mark, with your men's team, they've done it before. They were all here last year and had a strategy that won the race. Does that help, or is there a concern that this group might be a little overconfident because they have done it on this course?
That's a good question. And if they were going to be, if being overconfident or a feeling of entitlement was going to be a problem, it's too late for me to do anything about it. It would have been in the summertime and in the early fall when they might have compromised their training in some way because they felt it was handed to them. I haven't seen that. They're experienced. They've been there before. They'll be less disposed to panic in the chaos of the race. So they have a lot of things going for them, experience and calmness, and I think a reasonable level of humility.
Coach, your athletes achieve some pretty remarkable results with not so much in the way of facilities and amenities. Is that in some way, all that they have to overcome, is that in some way part of their success or what leads to their success?
I think yes. I think the people who have chosen to come here were cut from a certain cloth. The people who look at our locker room, which was built in 1924, and look at our indoor facility, which was built in 1936, and sit in my office with the ceiling tiles sagging ominously, the people who see that and then come are not afraid and not looking for an easy road. And then the flip side of that, there are places that have every amenity. And the people who make their decision based on that wouldn't make it here.
Are there any more questions for Coach Wetmore? All right.
Thanks, everybody, for your interest.